Hey there everyone, it's MisterStubstep, and I'm doing this video pretty late at night, and I'm surprised you stayed after the on-feet section, but here we are. I'm going to be talking about the classic mock boots from Red Wing in the copper colorway with some rough and tough leather. Here. So here we have the boot, and I have had these exactly for 1 month, so they are actually a pretty good looking boot, definitely very heavy. But I had them for a month. As far as the break-in period goes, when I first tried these on at the shop, they were so freaking stiff. Like, I've never tried on a shoe more stiff than this. But you know, it pretty much is all leather, so I mean, it's gonna take some time to break in. The second day that I wore them, so the first day they felt fine. Second day I wore them, extremely painful. Maybe it was because I wore socks too thin, but they were really painful on the second day, and then every day after that, they felt really good. So I would say, you know, maybe a few weeks to like fully break them in, but I wore these 5 days a week for a few weeks. It's been a month, and they feel great. I got these in a size 9, a USA size 9. I usually wear like 10s in my like sneakers and street shoes, sometimes slightly bigger for like running shoes. But for these boots, I had to go down in size, and there's even still a little bit of space left if I wanted to wear like some thicker wool socks. So just definitely make sure you get the right size, or like try the shoes on and everything. I know at the Red Wing store that I went to, it was a small one, but they had a little foot scanner, so you would like go and you'd strike it, and then based on how you'd strike it, it would find out your measurements and all that stuff, and it pretty much came out for me to be a size 9, so that's kind of what I went with. But overall, they do feel really good now that they're broken in. If you've ever broken in a pair of boots, or, you know, leather or anything, it could be cowboy boots, work boots, you know, military boots, they feel really good after they're broken in. These feel solid. They are just very heavy on the bottom, very bottom heavy. Overall, I've only had them for a month. I'm not doing like any hardcore like trades work, or, you know, welding or working with concrete or anything like that. Mainly just like walking around job sites, whether it be like on gravel, rebar, sand, dirt, a little bit of mud here and there. And then of course you can see like little scuff marks here and there as well, but nothing too crazy. Majority of my time is spent in the office. So if you're looking for an actual like work boot, would not recommend these. If you're just looking for like a tough boot to like do miscellaneous things, these will work perfectly fine for you. But if you're like doing like hardcore tradesman work, I would highly recommend getting like Red Wing's other like actual work shoes, because these aren't rated for like waterproof or steel toe or like shock or anything like that. These are just like tough boots, and that's about it, just all leather boots. So far, I mean, I wouldn't know if I'd call this damage, but you can start to see a little bit of fraying at some of these places. It might just be how, you know, I rest my feet on top of each other or anything like that. But overall, everything is staying together pretty good. Still smells like leather, which I love that smell. There's a little bit of fraying on the shoelaces that you can see. Maybe I'm a little bit too rough with these, like when I pull them tight or whatever, so maybe I need to be more gentle. But then you would think with rough and tough shoes, you'd be able to be a little bit more, you know, rough and tough with them. But I mean, I guess if the shoelaces ever get bad enough, I'm sure they can be easily replaced, you know, for probably $10, $20 at the store. The outsole is not bad. It has a little bit of grooves for grip, but it doesn't like have a heel or anything. I know one of my buddies had a heel in his boot, and he was trying to walk around on rebar, and he was getting caught everywhere, so that was kind of funny. Probably one of the biggest cons to these boots is the price. It is very pricey, a little over $300 US dollars, that is, and that is just like a hefty price. I mean, you know, These should last pretty much as long as I want them to last if I maintain them, if I replace the sole. I know at the store you can replace the sole for like $100, so it's definitely cheaper than getting it a whole new boot altogether. Because I mean, this leather stuff should last a while, and I'm sure they do other miscellaneous repairs. And you can also bring these in. I think they technically say you can bring them in whatever, but you know, it's about a month. Every month you can bring them in to get them cleaned, so that's also nice too. I mean, you can do a lot of preparation and cleaning on the leather itself. You know, you could add some like waterproofing and all that stuff, but it's not rated for any of that. Like for example, when I did get my Doc Martens, which these are, you know, a little bit more stylish. You could also style these as well. As far as the on-feet section, I didn't do anything like too stylish with these, but you can. They're a nice brown boot. And what's great about brown boots is as they get dirty, they almost just like, I don't want to say they look better, but they don't look bad. A black shiny boot like this, once it gets dirty, like, you know, then you have that rugged feel. But if you want like your boots to be clean and shiny, you know, it's a lot more obvious when they're dirty. Let's just put it that way. So overall, do love these boots. There was only one painful day. Break-in period wasn't too bad. Biggest cons are probably how expensive they were, and then they are like on the heavy side. Like once you get used to them, you get used to them. But these are like significantly heavy. Like, I mean, I guess the Docs are heavy too. I would say these are like 1.5 times heavier than the Docs, but I mean the Docs are leather as well. So yeah, can't really complain. It's hard to justify the price on these. I mean, if you got money to spend, you want to, and you really, really like the design of these. I mean, a lot of brands do, you know, mock toe boots. I mean, it is an option. They are great boots. I imagine there are better ones out there, but this is the style that I wanted, and you know, a few people at work had these too. So that's all I have for this video. Please let me know what you thought. Please let me know if you have these boots or if you recommend any other boots, because I'm sure people will be discussing in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.